but casting for the 1954 movie Désirée was a careful process. Marlon Brando was selected for the role of Napoleon Bonaparte because of his strong screen presence and ability to bring depth to complex characters. Simmons was chosen to play Désirée Clary due to her grace and the gentle strength she could portray. Auditions were thorough, with actors reading from the script and performing scenes together to test their interaction. The chemistry between Brando and Simmons was clear, making them the perfect fit for the historical figures they were to represent. The casting team looked for actors who could not only look the part, but also embody the spirit of the era, which was crucial for this historical drama. In the 1954 movie Désirée, director Henry Koster brought the historical romance to life with a clear vision. He was known for his ability to tell big stories on a grand scale, and this film was no exception. Koster worked closely with his actors, guiding them through the emotional highs and lows of the narrative. His style often included lush, sweeping visuals, which helped transport audiences to the era of Napoleon Bonaparte. The director's creative influences included historical epics and personal experiences, which he blended to create a unique storytelling approach. By collaborating with the cast and crew, Koster ensured that every scene conveyed the drama and elegance of the period. His leadership on set was pivotal in creating a cohesive and engaging film that still captures the hearts of viewers today. Désirée is a 1954 movie that tells the story of a silk merchant's daughter from Marseille, who becomes the love interest of Napoleon Bonaparte, but later marries General Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, an enemy of the future emperor. The film is full of twists that will make you laugh, gasp, and maybe even shed a tear. It's a journey through love and power that shows how unpredictable life can be. Now, I can't share personal stories, but I know this movie has touched many. It might have inspired you to follow your heart or showed you how life can take unexpected turns. What's your story with Désirée? Did it leave a mark on your life? Share your memories in the comments. We'd love to hear how this classic film has been a part of your journey. The 1954 film Désirée showcased the story of Napoleon Bonaparte and his first love, Désirée Clary. The production faced challenges in recreating the early 19th century setting. Set designers worked hard to build detailed replicas of historic locations, ensuring every piece from furniture to decorations matched the era. Filming took place in various locations, including studios and outdoor settings that resembled the historical period. One of the innovative techniques used was the early form of color processing, which brought the costumes and sets to life with vivid colors that were rare for films at that time. This technology was crucial in making the scenes feel real and vibrant. The crew also had to manage large numbers of extras in elaborate costumes, which required careful planning and coordination. Despite these challenges, the film successfully transported audiences back in time to witness a grand love story. The 1954 film Désirée presents a visual treat with its lavish costumes and sets, offering a glimpse into the grandeur of the past. Marlon Brando and Simmons deliver commendable performances despite the script's limitations. While the film may not be packed with action or intense drama, it provides a steady journey through the complexities of relationships set against the backdrop of Napoleonic history. The narrative unfolds at a measured pace, allowing the audience to appreciate the subtleties of the characters' interactions. For those who enjoy a film that prioritizes aesthetic beauty and historical context over fast-paced excitement, Désirée could be a satisfying watch. The film Désirée score and soundtrack were crafted to enhance the story and the feelings it aims to convey. The music closely follows the journey of the main character, Désirée Clary, and her complex relationships, including her engagement to Napoleon Bonaparte. The composers and musicians worked to create melodies that would reflect the era's style and the characters' emotions. Soft, slow tunes accompany tender moments, while more intense, dramatic music underscores scenes of conflict or decision-making. This careful alignment of music with the film's events helps to draw viewers deeper into the historical narrative and the personal dramas unfolding on screen. Reflecting on his work years later, Marlon Brando was critical of his acting in the film, calling it shallow. Henry Koster, the director, had a personal interest in Napoleon, which was unknown to Darryl F. Zanuck when he chose Koster for the film. Brando's participation was not just artistic choice, but also a means to fulfill a contract due to his earlier departure from another production, The Egyptian. The movie Désirée from 1954 has several key scenes that stand out for their direction, acting, and camera work. One such scene is where Gene Simmons, playing Désirée Clary, meets Marlon Brando's Napoleon Bonaparte for the first time. The director uses close-ups to show the characters' facial expressions, highlighting their initial attraction. The actors deliver their lines with a mix of nervousness and excitement, which makes the scene feel real and touching. The camera moves smoothly to follow their interaction, making the audience feel like they are part of the conversation. Another memorable scene is the Grand Ball. The director captures the grandeur of the event with wide shots, showing the beautiful costumes and the large number of guests. The actors move gracefully, adding to the elegance of the scene. The lighting is bright and festive, which helps to create a joyful atmosphere. The filmmakers and actors have shared that they wanted these scenes to be special and spent a lot of time getting them just right. They hoped that the audience would be drawn into the story and feel the emotions of the characters. These scenes are important because they help to build the relationship between Désirée and Napoleon, which is central to the movie. The careful work of the director, actors, and cinematographer makes these moments memorable and helps the movie to leave a lasting impression on its viewers. In a twist of fate, Jean Bernadotte rose from being a French marshal to becoming the Crown Prince of Sweden. His path to royalty was unexpected, as he was not the original choice for the position. The intended Danish prince passed away shortly after his arrival in Sweden, and other potential heirs were excluded due to political fears. Bernadotte's compassion towards Swedish captives during his military service earned him the unexpected title. Meanwhile, the film's production saw 20th Century Fox eager to have Anatole Litvak as the director, known for his ability to capture scenes effectively, which is reflected in the film's average shot length of 15 seconds, allowing viewers to fully absorb each frame. The 1954 movie Désirée had a significant effect on its audience and popular culture. It told the story of Désirée Clary, who was once engaged to Napoleon Bonaparte before he married Josephine. The film showed the personal side of historical figures, making them more relatable. It sparked interest in the history of the Napoleonic era and led to a rise in historical dramas. The lavish costumes and sets inspired fashion trends and brought attention to the period style. The movie also opened up conversations about women's roles in history and society, as Désirée was a strong character who navigated complex social situations. It made people think about love, power, and the choices we make in life. In her rise to royalty, Désirée Clary adopted the title Queen Desideria upon becoming the Queen of Sweden. Interestingly, she chose not to use this regal name in her public life. Both she and her spouse, Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, struggled with the Swedish language, managing to learn only the word kom, which means come. In the film's casting choices, Louis Jourdan was considered for the role of the French Emperor, a pivotal character in the story. Marlon Brando, who portrayed Napoleon, did not approach his role with the seriousness expected by director Henry Koster. Despite this, the film achieved greater financial success than Brando's critically acclaimed film of the same year, On the Waterfront. The 1954 film Désirée received a warm reception from audiences and critics alike. It was praised for its lavish costumes and production design, which brought the early 19th century setting to life. The performances, especially that of Marlon Brando as Napoleon, were also well received. While the film did not win any major awards, its nomination for Best Art Direction at the Academy Awards is a significant recognition of its visual achievements. For those involved in the film, such recognition affirmed their hard work and artistic choices, contributing to the film's lasting appeal. The positive response to Désirée likely provided a boost to the careers of its cast and crew, cementing its place in the history of cinema. In a twist of fate, the actor Montgomery Clift decided against taking on the role of the famous French leader. Meanwhile, Marlon Brando, who once portrayed Stanley Kowalski and spoke of the Napoleonic Code on stage, would later embody Napoleon himself. Interestingly, for this role, Brando's appearance was altered with makeup to give him a distinct nose different from his own. This change was just one of many details that brought the characters to life on screen. During the filming of Désirée in 1954, Marlon Brando, who played Napoleon Bonaparte, was known for his dedication to getting into character. He would spend hours discussing Napoleon's history with the director to ensure his portrayal was accurate. Jean Simmons, portraying Désirée Clary, faced a challenge with the elaborate costumes, often requiring assistance just to move around the set. The director, Henry Koster, had to navigate the strong personalities on set, ensuring that the vision for the film was not lost amidst the actors' own interpretations of their roles. The crew worked tirelessly, often in difficult conditions, to recreate the early 19th century settings, and their efforts were evident in the detailed scenes and costumes that brought the era to life on screen. In his first film role, Richard Deacon played a part he would always remember fondly. While Audrey Hepburn was initially thought to be cast for the lead female role, it was not to be. During production, Merle Oberon faced an unexpected challenge due to a sun lamp incident, which required a creative approach to filming her scenes from one angle while her skin recovered. The 1954 movie Désirée has a special place in film history. It was one of the early films to bring historical events and figures to life on the big screen. The movie showed the story of Napoleon Bonaparte and his love for Désirée Clary. It was known for its grand sets, beautiful costumes, and the way it portrayed the characters' lives. This film helped set a standard for future historical dramas. It showed that movies could tell big and dramatic stories from the past with rich details and strong emotions. Many later films that tell stories about historical figures or events may have been influenced by the style and storytelling of Désirée. In the process of bringing the historical drama to the screen, there was a significant change in direction. Initially, Noel Coward, known for his sharp wit and style, was set to direct. However, he was replaced by Henry Koster, whose approach was more straightforward and less flamboyant. This shift did not sit well with Marlon Brando, one of the era's most respected actors who had expectations for the film's artistic direction. Additionally, the film marked the first appearance of Richard Deacon, who would later become a familiar face in television and film. His debut in this film set the stage for a long and successful career in acting. In the process of making this historical drama, the lead actress Jean Simmons suffered a personal loss. Her husband, Stewart Granger, who was also a star in the film, decided to end their marriage during the production. This event cast a shadow over the set, as the couple had been one of Hollywood's most beloved pairs. The strain of this breakup was felt not only by Simmons, but also by the entire cast and crew, who had to continue their professional duties amidst the personal turmoil unfolding behind the scenes. The 1954 film Désirée holds a special place in the history of cinema. If you have watched this movie, think back to the first time you saw it. How did it make you feel? Did it change the way you look at films? Maybe it sparked a love for history or a passion for storytelling. Share your story with us. Your experiences can inspire others and keep the love for classic films alive. If you enjoy these trips down memory lane, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more discussions on the timeless stories told through cinema. Your participation helps us create a community where every memory and viewpoint is valued.